Star Showdown. A rivalry once thought dead and gone, but it is back. And now we find out who gets the right to lay claim to the football-obsessed state of Texas. This matchup has had all kinds of great moments, and we're ready for some more. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense in an empty set. Back to throw, it's Reed. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
The shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Third down defense is so pivotal in a football game. In this third down, nice job. Good coverage in the back end, but the rush gets home, forcing the fourth down. Nice start for this defense.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, he put his team in great position. Great place to start for this offense. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. stretch in the middle. It's Washington. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can...
Touchdown, Texas! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday, what an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
The Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Sets up the screen. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense, because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He lobs one high down the left side. And the ball was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's sort this one out. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Let's take Justin. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and
he lost it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
See if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Hands it off. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Caught behind the line. It's Moss. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to get him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
He's going to let one go back to the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He'll try to really get into this one. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On the ready. In blue. Looking for a man. It's Manning. He's got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. With the catch, it's Wingo. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And the punt team gets the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. Fires to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big game. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
They're going to ride this running back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. The inside handoff. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. They'll try to run for it. Turning it on. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Now on the move. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend, and you saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Keeps it on the bootleg. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Working that left side now. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Great coverage on that play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. At the 20, he's got space. Flying out to the left. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous. If he gets into the second level, great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse. Breaks into the open. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice game. Mike Elko's first season in Aggieland started much better than it finished, but a strong recruiting class has them ready to wash away that sour ending from last year.
Yeah, it wasn't a great ending, but you could see the momentum. You could see the offensive flashes with Reed at the quarterback spot, and you saw the defense with Elko. That's what he does. He does that thing on that side of the football. So now, Jesse, year 2 with an established coach now at your helm.
Yeah, and consistency at the quarterback spot, too. With Connor Wigman and then Marcel Reed and kind of going back and forth. They haven't had that offensively. Having the same guy week in, week out, especially one as talented as Marcel Reed, I think, really sets Texas A&M up for success.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Now on the counter. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays. The football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
And the Aggies getting set on 1st and 10. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Here he goes breaking the pocket. On the run deep down the right side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to pass. It's Reed. They'll run the screen. There he goes. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Quarterback sneaks it ahead. Sneaks it in.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field. It's Manning. Unloads it left. It's gone. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps up.
Oh, he's got some space. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it up to 34.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Texas.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Now he's looking into the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
The kick is on its way, and the ball comes to rest right there.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up, great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
They are backed up, top field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. To the air, it's Reed. Looking down the middle. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
To the air on 2nd down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the cornerback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't separate, and the ball got swatted away incomplete.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Steps away. On the move to the right, looking for a big one.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives. They've scored 2 touchdowns. And here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
He'll take another shot here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Back to throw. It's Manning. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Craver. And a good job in coverage. Timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Bring in the heat. He'll pull it down and run. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Aggies will kick it away to start the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Now the play fake. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to scramble. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll run play action. Under fire. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Now improvising. Finds a man on the left. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Trying play action. He rifles one deep to the left. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas.
The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Manning. Pressure coming. And that ball is live in the backfield. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving away from pressure. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Back to pass, it's Reed. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Yards on the play.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Texas! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Texas. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. from their own 25-yard line. Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Reed. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel. Been searching for those big-time plays, that big-time offense since that point.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Texas A&M going up-tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a second down play. To throw, it's Manning. He's going to fire deep. Pulls it in down the middle. Finds some room. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the beatdown has ensued. Horns are up, and the eyes of Texas are focused on building the lead against the Aggies.
And the Horns are capturing this momentum. Listen, a lot of angst, a lot of nervousness early in the game, Palmer. And now Texas in this rivalry game taking over.
Yeah, you're right. Hook 'em right now. They're just enforcing their will in this game. They're the more physical team at this point. Texas A&M, they've got an uphill battle here.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Texas. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin. And it's picked off for the third time today. Taking it the other way. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere, knocked down for a loss.
Second and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and force a third down and goal situation.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Oh, they're after him. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Texas! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Texas. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Got his man to the left. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Looking left. It's complete. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
So now it's second and long. With the catch, it's Wingo. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
On third down, he drops to throw. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throwing vertically downfield.
The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah,
loose in the middle. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Texas A&M going quickly. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Reed. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. He's looking downfield to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Concepcion. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Catch in the middle. It's Concepcion. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that fourth down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Back's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on second and goal. Back's looking for the goal line. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And he added the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Texas. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
on the 39-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Turning it on. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's going to happen.
And that one's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Washington. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. They are in no mood to to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
Wide open downfield. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Back to pass, it's Reed. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Timeout is called with just a single second left. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking downfield on first down. Going for 6. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it. The week has been immersed in midnight yells, barbecue smells, a sea of crowds in the fall colors, and the Lone Star Showdown ends with Texas hooking up and getting the victory over the Aggies. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.